SHAMEIK.
Hey everybody.
Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hello.
Sir, as you can see, we have a room full of folks that are super excited to chat about with you. I am definitely one of them. And I first got to know, like, have you had a great weekend?
I've had a fantastic weekend.
Come on.
Yes, I shook a lot of hands.
Hey.
You know, took a lot of babies. You know, it was nice. I didn't know Orlando had love from me.
Hey, come on now. So, now, as I understand, you're from the ATL, right?
I am.
Okay, so we're talking capital of Black entertainment. What was some of the things that you experienced growing up that showed you what showbiz could be like?
It showed me what showbiz could be like.
Yes.
Well, when I grew up in an all-boys military school, and then I was in a Christian school. So my dad is a reggae musician. He would travel with this band, Israel Vibration.
Come on, make some noise for that.
So as I was being raised, basically my family is like a mix of, like, you have Christians, you have Rastafarians, you have some Muslims. So I was raised as a Christian, and when my dad came home, I said something like, "You're making devil music, this is not Christian." And he didn't like that, so he took me to see the movie You Got Served, which introduced me to hip hop.
Okay.
But not gangster rap hip hop. It introduced me to, like, you know, dance and love and, you know, expression, graffiti, all that type of stuff. So that's what led me to get into this performing arts school named DeKalb Elementary. I got accepted into DeKalb Elementary School of the Arts, but I was really in middle school. And, from there, that's kind of where I started, like, appreciating, like, the different forms of art. I wanted to be an actor because just the screen, TV, you know, I think anybody would want to be one, right? So, but I think I really wanted to dance, and I actually got kicked out of my acting class. The teacher told me I would never be an actor.
Oh, call them up right now.
Yeah, and she put me in ballet class, which really irked me at the time, because I loved hip hop, obviously, and that's how I got into this. I heard about this dance battle every last Friday of the month at this place called Club Atrium. I'm a 12-year-old, 13-year-old kid, so, you know, my mom and dad had to bring me, and that's when I found out I could really, it was like You Got Served come to life. Anyway, at that event, there were casting directors for, like, Soulja Boy, Lil Wayne, The Killers, and the Atlanta scene. You know, they saw me, they started calling me and my friends to the videos. I started seeing myself in the videos, and eventually that led to the Cartoon Network commercials. The same casting directors were casting for Cartoon Network. That led to my first job with Tyler Perry on House of Pain. Led to BET's Read Between the Lines. My first voiceover job was really on this movie, An Elf on the Shelf. I played Zark, the black elf.
That's right.
It was like 2 lines. Yes. And from there, it just kind of, you know, incredible crew. Joe, Get Down, SPIDERVERSE, Let Us Know, Wednesday, now House of SPIDERVERSE. So, Atlanta, I think like you said, it was a space for the hip hop culture to really be taken in without it necessarily meaning I had to sacrifice my morals.
Of course. I think that's so important for you to have a voice at such a young age of what your boundaries are, to establish that for yourself. But you also, got into music yourself. I don't know if y'all heard him sing dulcet tones, okay? Like, it's fire. It's absolutely great. So for you to dip into music as well, What were some of your inspirations? Who were some of your favorite musicians?
Well, okay. Initial inspirations and favorite musicians currently are like two different answers.
More than favorite.
Like I said, I wasn't even aware of. This sounds crazy, but like I wasn't. My family wasn't playing like Michael Jackson and Usher and those guys. So it was honestly Omarion and B2K. So and then it was like Fat Man, and then all the hip hop surf stuff led to like, you know, at that time it was like Yin Yang Twins and all that stuff. But R&B wise, it was Chris Brown because he was the dancer at the time with that first album. He was untouchable at that moment, you know, and that highly inspired me. Then it went to Usher, and then it was Chris Brown, then it was James Brown, then it was Bobby Brown, Dick Van Dyke, and etc. Like I went down the whole trajectory of like the singer, dancer, actor, Sammy Davis Jr.
Right.
And today I feel like I'm listening to a lot of. Well, you know, I just finished Wu-Tang, so there's a lot of Wu-Tang. There's a lot of Biggie Smalls on the rap side, but I listen to a lot of Aaliyah's one of a million albums. Darnell Jones, you know, Genuine, like the Grown. You got kids there.
Grown folk music. I'm not that savvy at all. And I thoroughly appreciate how you came into it on a contemporary space, but then chose to go back and look and see where things came from. That shows a lot of your caliber as a talent, you know, in general, to say like, hey, I'm here, but what else came before me? I think that also plays into your acting, and it's one of the reasons why the first movie that I immediately was like, him, dope. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, y'all, make some noise for that. You embodied something that, and this is kind of crazy to say because, like, obviously we have, you know, Bel Air is that, but for a while we were missing something of that Fresh Prince style, and that's what Dope pulled out for me. It was authentic, it was wholesome. You were a character that we could all understand and believe in, especially how many blurs do we have in the room that might not have ever been, you know, coolest in the room. We felt that. So growing up, was there anything in your experience where maybe you felt like you were on the outside, but still had this passion that you had to kind of unlock?
I still feel that.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like that's such a level answer. You go through phase, everybody, there's evolution for every one of us, you know. I feel like growing up, it was my family's Jamaican, let me be clear. I'm the first American in my entire bloodline, so I wasn't raised, there's no like nepotism or anything, you know, so I was raised like from the mud, you know, and I say that to say there is a lot of, you know, Jamaicans can be rambunctious and, you know, spiritual with their energy. And I think that part of me started to express itself through art, but especially as an actor, it's so interesting. I feel that when I'm being myself, I'm way more introverted and quiet. And, you know, you meet me and SHAMEIK out and about in the world, I'm not Raekwon or Shaolin Fantastic. I'm not like that. But those levels are in me, which is why I like to play these characters to show like the stuff that you don't see when you see me out and about, you know. And so yeah, I've been called a nerd a lot, but I've also been like very well loved and respected. Like when I got to regular middle school, I was the one that was I never kissed a girl, you know. I was dancing and not really hanging out, you know. And you know, here we are today, man. I just, and even today, like I feel like a lot of my peers that understand me the most are like rappers versus the actors. But the rappers live a lifestyle that I don't necessarily live 100% of the time.
Right. You can understand it, but you don't
Yeah. So I'm on the nerdier side of the cool kid crowd.
You sound like one of us. That's what I'm saying. You're hero to us.
Yeah.
You brought up the Get Down, and I think that also, as a historical fiction sort of idea of illustrating what it was like in the coming of age of hip hop, being so important to people that they have almost a narrow view of what hip hop and rap is, but to see you guys grow up in this culture. Do you still, talk to your castmates on that one, the Two Smiths and everybody in there? Do you guys talk regularly at all?
What I'm thankful for, I think all my, whenever I'm working on, yes, is the answer to your question. It's not like we talk every day, but it's like, you naturally respect what you naturally respect, and I feel like, I aim to carry myself in a way, another actor or artist on any medium, would respectfully, and vice versa.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think it's only fair that we talk about Into the Spider-Verse a little bit. Y'all feel that? So, playing Miles Morales has been like a character that has blown open the doors for racial equality, representation, so many different things. Was that something that you took into consideration when you auditioned or took on that role?
So my journey, I was filming the movie Dope, and at that time I was, I have an auntie who's Jamaican. Well, she had a place in Inglewood, but I just didn't really. I started meeting some other actors and stuff on the come up. And it's funny because it's such a small circle. It's like all of us have ended up on our own shows and whatnot. But I was living with two friends of mine. They let me move in with them. And I couldn't contribute to the rent, but they were like, Kofi Siriboe and Kiersey Clemens. Kiersey Clemens ended up being my best friend in Dope. She was yeah. So,
big shout out.
So what we would do is run 5 miles a day at 6 in the morning. Kofi would wake us up, and me and Kofi would kind of leave Kiersey and her boyfriend at the time, just like we would be ahead. And she brought in the journal. She came upstairs one day. She was like, "SHAMEIK, everybody's journaling." She gave me a journal. We were listening to audiobooks, doing meditations, working out, drinking water, like being purposeful and really practicing.
Keeping your temple. Yeah,
that's right. That's right. So we were practicing like the laws of attraction. That was what the book and the YouTube video was. Eventually, it went into these other spiritual books, self-help books. So as we were practicing and like feeding our spirits, out in my journal, like on the first page, I said, "I am Spider-Man. I am Miles Morales." But in that,
we can't handle that greatness right there. Come on.
In that moment, like wow, again, she gave me the book and whatnot. She and I just booked the same movie. You get me? So now we're working together. She gave me the book, and I wrote that. So while I'm filming the movie, learning how to be, number one on the call sheet, etc. When we premiered that movie at Sundance, some of the directors and the decision makers were at Sundance. They saw it at the premiere. I just remember watching the film and feeling like I didn't do the job.
What?
When I first, but I'm me,
That's good.
So I remember I was just like in my head, just like, and then it ended and there was a standing ovation. And I just remember like taking that in, and these agents ran up on stage and they introduced me. I like in my mind, it was just so much going on because I was shocked because I thought so low of myself, and maybe I just had higher expectations. I don't know if I was thinking low of myself, but I thought I did better in my mind. And I'm sorry.
No,
to bring it back.
It's such an amazing journey to hear that. Yes, we understand that Miles has represented so much for so many people, But for Journey for You, it started off as a place that's so very Spider-Man-like, where you're like, I'm not sure, I don't know. And then to turn around and get this opportunity.
That's what it was.
I was with you.
I met them. They reached out to my team. I've been blessed in a way where each job led to the next, you know, so Dope led to the Get Down.
Mm-hmm.
The Get Down led to Wu-Tang, but Spider-Verse was within that.
Right.
Like while working on the Get Down, which took 2 years to finish, I booked Spider-Man while doing it. They were interested, they still did their search and made sure, you know, I feel like everyone and their little brother auditioned for Miles. But they used my voice in their 10th animations. Before it was like
Wow.
10, they just used it because they liked the movie Dope.
Of course.
And I guess I guess my voice resonated as they were doing their work. And they was like, we're going to keep Shameik's voice. And that's how we got here today, guys.
Come on, y'all. With Miles, it is you, and I think that's huge. I'm gonna open things up because you got some fans here and they want to ask you questions. So we'll start on this side and we'll bounce back and forth. Is that cool with y'all? Remember what I said? I will throw a shoe. Hello, friend. How you doing? Wait, one more time. Nope, not yet. There we go.
There he is. Hi. So my name is Robert, and I've been a big fan of you since the Get Down and Into the Spider-Verse. I just wanted to know, just one question. Are you going to continue that role after Across the Spider-Verse, or journey on into the TV shows or something like that? Just want to know.
Like specifically Spider-Man?
Yeah, you show Spider-Man.
That's
Yeah.
such a close spot. You want the shoe. You want the shoe.
That was just a question of continuing.
Of continue.
Of
Okay.
continuing.
We'll frame this. Okay, we'll frame this. Would you be interested, long form, of keeping Miles as a character directly associated with you for as long as possible?
For as long as possible.
There we go. Hello, how are we doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Excellent.
I just want to say I've been a huge Wu-Tang Clan fan since I was 13 years old. Came out in middle school. It was part of my childhood and teenage years. You do an amazing job playing Raekwon on the TV series, and I just want to know, how did you get that voice and accent down? Because you are on point with how he speaks.
While doing Dope, that was my first real job. I know I did some things before that, you know, it's not my first real job. It's the first job that
You were a lead on that one.
I was a lead.
Yeah.
It was the first job that would knock down, that could change my life, you know. And while doing Dope, to sum up everything on my spirit, I just realized that what people loved about it at Sundance was that it felt real. It felt like they met me, and the truth was that it was a lot closer to who I was at that time. It didn't feel like I was acting while filming the movie Dope. And I think that's also what made me feel like I could have done better, because it's like, you know, and so long story short, when it came to playing Raekwon, first and foremost, I needed to meet him. Just this, you know, I call it the God details, the things about each person that we can't really help, the little quirks about our moms and our dads and our little brothers and our children that make them them, you know. So Raekwon's, you know, God details was always like how he was, you know, his energy, those things, how he was eating food and like how he carried himself was a different, you know, I needed to take his mannerisms in. And so I did the walk, you know, the brutality. And the sound of his voice, I was able to listen to all of the albums, you know, and really practice And after that, it was really, just being a vessel. I don't really take credit for my art. I just try to, I let it flow through me. I don't really, it's 1% me, 99% everything else.
Wow. I think you guys can understand that we take things, you do it so well, it's almost creepy. Cause like, I remember looking like, are they related? Like, do they know each other before? Your Raekwon is brilliant. And you said you did season 3?
Yeah, we just finished season 3.
Okay, we're not gonna talk nothing else about that. Let's go to more spoilers.
No, it's out. It's one episode left, coming up this Wednesday.
That's right.
So yeah, you can definitely go binge 9 episodes.
Do it now. Do it now. It's on Hulu, right?
But the kids should not watch it.
No. This is hip hop in the 90s. It was different. Thank you. Hello.
Hey.
Do you have a favorite memory working with my future wife, Zoe Kravitz?
Wow. Way to shoot the shot. I am not shooting it right there.
Favorite memory. Zoe is like one of the nicest I've met. Favorite memory. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's private.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know what to say up here that's like not too personal, but I do remember just being able to work with her, and she was just. I mean, but all of them were so easy to work with. All the cast members. So Zoe was just what I can say about Zoe is that she's so grounded. You couldn't tell that she was raised by Lisa Bonet. And I can say the same thing about Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Those two right there are the most. That's what I'm thankful to be able to work with people like them because you'll meet people that are like me that come up and can't help but live in who they became. And I feel like those two have been raised to be rooted. So that's great.
Thank you.
Great question.
Hello. Sorry. First of all, it's an honor to meet you, SHAMEIK. 5 years ago, I saw Into the Spider-Verse, and I gotta say, it really brought a surprise to me.
Ooh, 5 years.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Thank you.
12 years.
This hasn't been confirmed. I got my thing just in case. How do you feel your Miles Morales would get along with Tom Holland's Peter Parker?
Oh, it depends. Are we fighting over Zendaya? But what I will say is Tom Holland, this last movie that just came out, dude, can we all agree he killed that? He killed that.
Love this right away.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi. As you said, Spider-Verse came out 5 years ago. And
Okay, y'all gotta stop saying this.
No, that's my question, because you were like 22 at the time, and most people our age were going into college and everything. So what did it feel like breaking the doors open for Miles Morales at that age?
I mean, you pretty much said it. I mean, those are college years. These are moments when we learn. We go to school to learn. For me, I was able to learn on sets and working with Chris and Phil. I mean, dude. Honestly, I'm just happy to be involved. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to because there's so many people that could do a great job voicing Miles. Miles is the point of the movie is that we're all Spider-Man, So that's not unique to me. I'm thankful to be the vessel that's being used. I'm thankful to be useful and helpful for the millions of people that love Miles and that feel connected to Miles in their own way, their own journeys. So just thankful to be here. Absolutely.
So first off, Mr. Moore, I just want to say, against the good moderator
Spider-Verse as a whole propelled Miles into general consciousness. Is there any other character you want to be able to play and get that same sort of level of recognition in greater society?
Great question.
Yeah. There's multiple answers to this. I'll give you three. One, I would love to be the live action Miles Morales. So two, I am more interested in original IP than I'm very like my creative mind and spirit really wants to make some like new characters that reflect the collective consciousness today and where we're going, you know. But thirdly, the other character that I really felt connected to growing up, besides Miles Morales, was Static Shock. So I think we got to do that for the culture.
I think the ancestors are smiling. Like the spirit of Dwayne McDuffie came down and was like, yeah. That's right. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, huge fan of Into the Spider-Verse. My question for you was, how does it feel to be the very first animated Spider-Man?
Ooh. First animated movie Spider-Man to be that focal point. That's pretty dope.
How does it feel? I'm hearing that old song. How does it?
That's right.
I feel blessed. I feel it's challenging to word it, you know. I feel like through my lens, it's like I can see myself being like 65 with like some kids or something, and they're like, you know, what was it like? And then I can say it from a different angle. But right now, like, I take one foot and put it in front of the other, and really keep purpose in mind. And that's one thing I can say about Spider-Man. It's a global thing. So where it's easy to think about America, or even easier to think about like Atlanta. You know, there's so much more for me to think about and consider when it comes to branding and when it comes to like purpose and what I'm doing it for. You know, purposeful impact is really where my heart is. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Jordan, and I've always been a fan of Spider-Man, but ever since it came to Miles Morales, he's always been my first favorite. When you think of Miles Morales, is there any connections you have between you and the character?
Oh, great question.
Yeah.
Bring you up here. You can do this.
I feel that way about all of my characters, to be honest. That's kind of what I was saying a little earlier. I think the real skill of being an actor, for me, is to not be acting, and for the consumer to feel me vibrationally, you know, and to believe what I'm saying and what I'm expressing. Which also goes back to purpose. Whatever I'm playing, I need to know why I'm playing it and what my story is that I'm trying to have relayed to you. So, but specifics, how many people could that spider have bitten in Brooklyn? Think about it. So many people that could have been chosen, but Miles was chosen. You know, how many people could have been the voice of Spider-Man? So many people, but somehow I was chosen. So, you know, that spider bit me.
There you go.
First off, what a guan.
Hey.
Wagwan.
All right, so my daughter is being raised as a first-generation American as well, and also in a Christian home. So what advice can you give her as a artist who draws, but also a phenomenal dancer, to keep her from morality in an industry that can sometimes take that away from you?
Come on now, make some noise for that.
My mom and dad love to say, that they didn't raise me, I raised myself. But they did. They did raise me. I think she has to want it. I think if it's art or if it's acupuncture or if it's race car driving, whatever it is, she has to want it and she has to have a family that supports it and lets her know that that you're there, no matter what, you'll do whatever you can for her progression. You know, a safe space to be creative and get. I'm saying your daughter, but I'm talking about my experience to relate to your daughter. And you know, I never questioned whether or not my family were going to support me or, you know, make it happen. Going to acting classes, you know, my mom had to drive me, you know, and getting to LA, even for dope, like, they didn't fly me out there, like, somebody had to pay for that, you know, so, it also, I think it's very important not to steer the wheel too much with creatives, you know. I think it's very important to give them enough, let a creative child have enough space to be in the director's chair, but still with guidance, obviously. But I think that's how we grow up into who we're supposed to be.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have about 10 minutes left. We're trying to get through this as quickly as possible. We're going to cap the line, so nobody else join the line, because I don't want you guys to get cut off, okay?
I'm not a parent though, so. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
A lot to learn there.
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for playing a character I'm sure we all love, Miles Morales.
Absolutely.
And sorry for the cry, sorry crying, it's just so surreal for me. If you could team up with any Spider-Man that is in live action, what Spider-Man would that be, like, such as Spectacular or the 90s animated TV show?
Ooh.
Yeah, the Spectacular Spider-Man. That was with Drake, right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I used to watch that one on Disney XD. For sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. I just want to say it was cool to hear you talk about how music played a big part in your life, like Aaliyah, Biggie, love that. So I want to ask, what song to you gives you that Spider-Man effect? Like when you feel like you can't do something, or you're not good enough, you put the mask on, in this case the song, and it makes you feel on top of the world.
Wow, great question.
I don't think the kids should listen to me.
Okay. Who's the artist? Who's the
Biggie.
Okay, there you go.
What does the song start with, the letter?
It's Warning.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's what gets me in my, like, can't nobody tell me nothing.
We're gonna play that on the way out. Love it. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. So my question is, I'm not sure if you've seen all the Marvel movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but if there's a character that, besides Spider-Man, if there's a character that you really like or really resonate with out of the whole MCU, who would that be?
Good question. And that's a good answer right there. That's a good answer.
I don't know, it is tough to answer. Yeah, that's a little, you know, yeah, I'm not even completely sure. I would,
Yep. Safe answer.
Let me, like, when it comes back to me, like, I'll be thinking about it, and when I blurt out a name, everybody will know what it is. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Wolverine.
I have a real personal question. I heard Miles Morales in the comics, and when he debuted the movie, I was very and heavily invested in it because I relate to him in a family type of way as far as ethnicity, because at a long time I was out of place. I didn't know where I fit in, and Miles Morales kind of helped me fit in with Miles Morales himself. I was wondering what type of personality or mindset this Miles Morales in, as far as like
into the second movie. Oh, no, I mean, but that what he just asked is the whole second movie. That right there is. But what I can say in the first movie, when Miles goes down, he's painting with Uncle Aaron, and he draws that painting and the expectations with like, I see it as like a soul, but it's like an empty body with expectations and color around it. Just go back and look at it. But I feel like that's how Miles feels. He's surrounded by people that love him, so there's the color and the expectations, but nobody really sees him. But he also is trying to understand himself as well, which is what you're saying, with identity, and kind of what I was saying earlier with like being in the director's chair as a creator. It's very important to explore, you know, and to chase that feeling of being alive, you know. And I feel like that's how Miles, that's where he is. And along that journey, you know, we find ourselves through mistakes, through blessings, through surprises. So, hey man, you're Miles Morales. Just keep taking that step. It's a leap of faith.
Hi. The question I have is a little silly, but if Miles was a Pokemon trainer, what Pokemon would he pick?
It's been a very long time since Pokemon for me, but yeah, I can't even answer that question because I don't really. Yeah.
Which Pokemon do you think?
Yeah, which Pokemon do you think?
I think he would be either Bulbasaur or Pikachu.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Pikachu was the only thing I knew, to be honest. So.
It's solid. Good job. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
My favorite hero is Miles. And what's your favorite food?
Thank you. Right now, I'm looking forward to my mom's homemade oxtail. Thank you.
I wanted to ask if you have played the Miles Morales video game. Yes.
Love it.
I think it correctly represents Miles as a character.
Does the video game correctly represent Miles as a character? I would say so. I beat the game like 3 times. By the way, shout out to my brother. His name is Nigel Jeter. He's the voice of Miles in the video game. Fun fact, Najee and I were in Read Between the Lines together. That was my second acting job. And his family's also from the same parish as mine in Jamaica. So we really were like the closest of friends as kids. And I really haven't spoken to him in a really long time. And it was funny because the movie was coming out and they had the game available at like the premiere, like for the people involved in the movie. And I just remember hearing his voice and I was like, wait a minute, is that Najee? And it was, so it's just, I you know, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, I love it.
Funny guy.
Brilliant. Hello.
I really wanted to know what was your favorite villain?
Favorite villain?
In the movie? My new favorite villain is Spock. You ready for movie number 2? That's not a spoiler at all. Movie number 2 is going to make us, like, I feel like movie number 1 was such a pivotal moment. I think it was a oh, you know? It kind of exceeded expectations. So if it did this, right, movie number 2 kind of stands on it, and it goes here.
Okay.
You're my cousin.
That's right. Hello.
Hi. I have a question. What is Miles' age and what is his favorite color?
Like right now?
Yes.
In the movie, I think he's like 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's 16. And his favorite color, you said?
Yes.
I would also think that it's like red.
Okay, later.
Later.
Hello, SHAMEIK. My name is Devin, and I actually loved SPIDERVERSE in 2018. It was one of the best. And I played Spider-Man games, and they were incredible. And Miles is just like one of my most relatable characters. And I want to ask, what was the best day of your life?
Wow. Existential. All right.
Best day of my life. Man, if you can't tell, I'm a pretty internal guy. I can't just answer that frivolously.
It's tomorrow.
Probably. Hasn't come yet is the question. I'm a hard worker. I kind of get lost in the process of it all. It's a task to be still. Like it really is. Like, you know, patience is like a task, but it's also a virtue. You know, so I'm like. Right now, it's probably the day I was born, you know.
People go with that line, so you were the last one. Bring us home, Spidey.
So I'd probably put my hand on your shoulder and say, hey. 2018, we lost Stanley, who obviously helped kickstart the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the Marvel Universe in general. With Into the Spider-Verse being one of his last projects that he was a cameo in, how does that resonate with you?
It feels like, hey. Like that stamp of approval, like the industry. Got you.
That's the perfect answer right there. MEGACON, make some noise.